Okay, so solving equations with Miss Bannon number 2. Yay! Again, I just want to remind you of a couple of rules that you need to remember. So first rule is that equals means the same. Second rule, we're going to use opposite operations. Remember this. I took a long time to write it. Two things. Opposite operations, same thing on both sides of the equal sign. So, we're trying to isolate x. We want to get it on one side of the equal sign and everything else on the other side of the equal sign. Notice that in this question, there is an x on the right-hand side and the left-hand side. I don't like that. I want to get it on one side. So what I'm going to do is get rid of this x. This is a negative x. The opposite of negative x is positive x. So I'm just going to add a positive x to both sides. When I do that, I end up getting a negative 5 plus 3x equals, these x's go away, so I have negative 15. Now, I still want to isolate this x, so I need to get rid of this negative 5. The opposite of negative 5 is positive 5. So I add positive 5 to both sides. These ones go away, and I'm left with 3x on the left-hand side and negative 10 on the right-hand side. Last but not least, to isolate the x, I have to get rid of this times 3. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. These 3's reduce, and I'm left with x equals negative 10 over 3. I can't reduce 10 over 3, so I just leave it in fraction form. Second example. Pretty much the same. I have y's on both sides of the equation. To simplify it a little bit, I'm going to combine these like terms. Notice I have a 2y and a 4y on the right-hand side. So, I have to write down everything I don't use. So the 3y minus 10 just stays the same. 2y plus 4y is 6y, and I still have a plus 7. Again, I only want y's on one side of the equal sign so I can isolate the y. I feel like getting rid of this 3y. To get rid of plus 3y, I subtract 3y. If I do it to this side, I also have to do it to, you can't see me point, I also have to do it to the right-hand side. When I subtract 3y from both sides, on the left-hand side, I'm left with negative 10. On the right-hand side, I'm left with 3y plus 7. Now, I want to get rid of this plus 7, so I subtract 7 from both sides. On the left-hand side, I get negative 17, and on the right-hand side, I get 3y. Again, I'm dividing both sides by 3. So these ones reduce, and I'm left with y. And on the left-hand side, I have negative 17 over 3. Again, I can't reduce, so I just leave it in fraction form.